We're joined here by Will Zalatoris, fresh off of his win last week in Memphis. Will, just talk a little bit, first of all, about that win at St. Jude.
Yeah, I played well there last year. I had some pretty good vibes going in. Obviously, there's a lot going on. I think the way I did it was very vindicating for sure. Hats off to Sepp. I mean, I felt like I had him on the ropes a few times, and the way how the 11th hole played out, you just have to get good breaks like that, or I guess the third playoff hole. If I had known that my ball was basically unplayable, I would have had to go and hit first and apply the pressure to him, and I ended up, thinking I might have a chance to play it, and the crowd's reaction made it look like the ball had hopped off the rocks and was just barely in the rough and had a good, kind of an easy up and down, and it kind of forced his hand to go at it, and my ball could have easily just done what his did, and his ball could have easily done what mine did, and winning requires a little luck every now and again, and very fortunate obviously to get my first win.
Curious of some of the texts that you may have received from people about that shot that you were thinking about hitting. Anything interesting?
Yeah, I mean, everyone has kind of the resounding texts that I got were basically everyone was screaming at the TV not to hit that shot, and it's tough because you're 20 feet from the hole and all I've got to do is move it a foot forward, and I basically will win the golf tournament unless I do something silly. And Josh Gregory had a hilarious line that he said all you had to do is move the ball a foot and hopefully it's forward, and if it's backwards you lose the golf tournament. So but yeah, I mean, I knew for sure that I wasn't going to play it, but I just wanted to make sure, considering I was that close, or that close to the hole, that I was not giving up an easy opportunity.
And you come into the week first in the FedEx Cup standings now. Do you feel any different in that, in terms of you've got some maybe a target on your back?
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. I mean, there's so much golf ahead of us. I mean, that's the thing, is that, of course, I would love to obviously hold my position going into next week and hold a 2-shot lead, but we've got the best players in the world here. Just because I won last week doesn't mean that makes this any easier. So I've got to go back out and do it again.
Just going back to that shot on the rocks, Will, as a competitor, at the end of the day, in the evening, how much did you want to go back and try that shot?
We had a flight out that I was very much wanting to go back and hit it after everything was done, but I had to get going. But you can go ahead for certain and assume that if I'm at Memphis next year, I will be 100% trying to pull that shot off. But I did see the video of someone trying to pull it off and hit it in the water, which is, if I was a betting man, I'd put a lot of money that that's probably what would have ended up happening.
Right. Just here at Wilmington Country Club, you've just played 9 holes in the Pro-Am. I'm assuming you've seen the whole golf course.
Mm-hmm.
Just some thoughts on the venue.
Incredible. I've never been here before. It's my first time at Delaware. This is a big boy golf course. I mean, 7,500 yards. All 3 of the par 5s are basically not reachable. Huge sloping greens. If I were to design a golf course, this is probably how I would design it for me. So I'm very excited. Obviously, my first time around this place, but the other part too is what an incredible build out on the last 5-6 holes. This is going to be a really fun experience coming down the stretch. Obviously,
just going back to last week, Joel Stock, first week on the bag. Can you just talk about, if you could, the benefits that he brought to you to help you get that victory?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how well we gelled. I've joked with him that he can only go downhill from here. The part that he did such a great job of, especially on Sunday, is just keeping me in the moment, just telling me to focus on my breathing. And then at times when things got a little tense, he'd pull out some of his classic dad jokes to kind of make me laugh. And so he did just an amazing job, especially considering that, Monday was our first day together, and so hats off to him going down the stretch and being able to be in the moment and just tell me, hey, this is the club, commit to this shot. Considering that we've only been together for that short amount of time, was incredible. And so, I can't obviously thank him enough. And he's been exceptionally involved, and he's picked everyone who's around me's brains about my game to try to make it better. And honestly, even though we won our first week, we're still adjusting. There's still things that we need to do just a little bit better here and there, and that's the beauty of this game.
And once you have a victory, it's pretty hectic the few days after that. What's that been like for you, given that it was your birthday yesterday? Happy birthday, congratulations.
Thanks.
All of that piled on top of that. What's the last few days been like for you?
It's been a little busy. Obviously, if you've seen the news, it's been we've had a busy couple days. But yeah, no, it's the support has been unreal. The support I got in Memphis as well was incredibly special. I'm not a Memphis kid, but I sure felt like it on the weekend. And I think the beauty of this is that I've got to get right back on the horse and keep playing. And kind of like I said, it hasn't really sunk in, and it probably won't sink in until after East Lake, where I'll be able to kind of properly reflect and sit back and really kind of think back on all the moments that were kind of game changing. And being 2 over par through 9 holes is one thing that where I basically told Joel when I 3-putted 9 for double. I just said, hey, I'm not worried. I've had some pretty bad Thursdays this year, and it's something I need to get better about. But I've played really well on the weekend, and let's just keep this going. And to be 2 over from there and play my next 63 holes and 17 under is a pretty cool way to do it.
Great. Finally, can you just share with us, how does Will Zalatoris celebrate a victory and a birthday within a couple of days?
Yeah, no, yesterday I was sitting through meetings all day, but we kind of had everyone just hang out and talk and just kind of reflect a little bit over a couple cocktails. But the proper celebration is obviously going to be coming in about a week and a half.
Thanks for your time, Will.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.